Carnival Corporation cruise ships emitted 10 times more cancer-causing gases in Europe than all of the continent's passenger vehicles combined.
This post received a score of 10,885, with an upvote ratio of 97%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Didn't these guys just get caught for dumping trash into the ocean? How about we start cracking down on this company? $20 million fines won't do shit to a megacorp.
The fines are up to $10 million per day if they don't fix the issue by a certain deadline. They make $8 million profit per day.
I'm actually very happy to hear that. Is this for polluting in general, or only for trash dumps?
Well, they weren't dumping trash, they dumped some oil. The agreement in court means a $20 million settlement for environmental cleanup, and they have to begin meeting standard compliance and meet extra standards on top of those. If they don't prove they have done this by September 13, the daily fines kick in until they do.
The fines won't kick in till September?
That's the deadline they have to make all the changes and be compliant with environmental protections. Obviously, it may be difficult to make revisions to over 100 cruise ships on 4 continents in a week. Some ships may need to go to shipyards for additional onboard equipment to handle waste while at sea. So they have a couple months to make all those changes.
Wait a second. Weren't they already required to be compliant with relevant environmental protection laws? If you or I tried a stunt like that, we wouldn't have a deadline to fix it, we'd be ordered to completely stop.
Yes, they are, hence why they received a $20 mil fine. They have been ordered to completely stop. They are not allowed to continue breaking the law until September. They need to prove before the deadline that they are compliant.
I misunderstood or misread. Thanks.
It's important to point out the difference between the pollution that cruise ships put out and that of large container ships. Cruise ships are entirely unnecessary by comparison and expose their inhabitants to dangerous levels of particulate matter.
It's also important to point out that Carnival cruise ships can install a cheap filter to scrub the pollutants out of the exhaust. So why don't they do that? Because European regulation regarding vehicles isn't applicable to ships. This is why we need regulation. No company is going to willingly do something for the greater good out of the kindness of their hearts. They have to be forced.
You can only enforce something if it is in your jurisdiction. That is why ships that travel mostly in international waters will burn the cheapest stuff when they can.
Greater than you can only enforce something if it is in your jurisdiction. You could easily say that if they want to dock, they must have filters installed.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.